Wow. Just wow. Bitcoin doesn't seem to be stopping, guys. So I think I want to bring this to the group, right? To the folks who are watching today. What are your thoughts? I think we are now in the bull run, right? We are in the bull run that seems to be very, very close to where it probably could possibly all end. Or we could all be completely wrong, right? Because clearly I know that folks who kind of predict or at least anticipate that if Bitcoin goes back up to 20,000, they're just gonna, cash out. They have been sitting nice and pretty in Bitcoin, and they didn't really participate in the current altcoin market. And rightfully so, that seems to be a good idea because the overall altcoin, the dominance for altcoins is now at 27%, right? Not attractive for altcoins whatsoever. In terms of US dollar value, yes, a lot of the altcoins have kind of pulled out from their all-time low, but because of the current surge in Bitcoin, and with Bitcoin's continuous surge, will there even be an altcoin bull run? Like a solid altcoin bull run. And that kind of all happened very, very close to this period. And when you look at the charts, right, guys, it is just so freaking close to the 20,000 range. So you know what are the various scenarios and theories that could possibly happen based on past performance, based on past data? Okay, let's go to the charts, right, and just digest what's happening. I would really love to hear from you guys in the chat because this is gonna be a difference of opinion. Possibly, I hope that there are gonna be people watching that can kind of give their input, and we're gonna just try to do a consensus kind of thing. And I also hope that you guys can feel free to comment below what are your thoughts, like what will happen at various price points, and will there be an altcoin run or not? Because I think the consensus is pretty important, especially in this space, right? We're all about the consensus. We're all about just making sure that we are getting information in a very uncensored manner. All these things are pretty important. All right, so what's up, man? Mez, what's up, Carvlogs, and JM, what's up, man? Okay, so right now, let's go to the charts, guys. Okay, let's go to the charts. Okay, so this is a 1 week chart, right? As we can clearly see, the Bitcoin prices are just going through the roof at the moment. Okay, they're just going through the roof. Volume surprisingly seems to be very, very sustainable. Now, obviously, I would like to look at other aspects as well. Let's not look at the Tether side. Let's look at the fiat side, right? Because we all know that there could be potential prints of Tether that are flowing back into the market. The demand could be kind of artificial. There could be wash trading happening. Many factors, right? Because in July, well, that is, if that still is a thing, Bark is gonna start conducting its live tests on their platform. So as we know, Bark, right, is gonna have physical delivery of Bitcoin. Well, I mean, the actual delivery of Bitcoin to its clientele. Really smart, by the way, because they don't want to be back holding, right? So if you're going to be a client of Bark, you are potentially buying a futures contract, right? They're going to make money off the fact that you're going to be trading this futures contract. And in the event there is an execution price or your contract falls below a certain strike price, they're going to have to deliver, right, the Bitcoin to you. Okay, this is just gonna be how it works, right? So you have to be totally cool on the actual delivery and know how to secure your Bitcoins. This is kind of like how I understand it. Okay, there's just no two ways about it. Obviously, there is an alternative method that will probably have them deal with the Bitcoin the moment the futures contract expires on your end. Okay, so this is probably something that we can discuss much later. I'm gonna just do a fiat relation first. So let's just say we look at GDAX, right? So GDAX on a whole, okay, look at how significantly different. I wanna just do a toggle back and forth, okay. So it seems okay. So Binance obviously has the most tether, right? It has the most tether. So there seems to be a premium going on when you buy Bitcoin via US dollar tether, but there is a little bit of a discount when you come in via US dollars, which is via fiat. So if you were looking at GDAX and you compared the prices, there is about a $100 difference. Okay, there's a $100 difference. So which goes to show that majority of the current volume is via tether. And what does that potentially mean? Let me adjust this camera first. So it just means that the existing market activity is still being driven internally. And why do I kind of say that? There are a lot of folks that are still at the sidelines. They are just, either they saw the whole news really late. So since they didn't buy at the $3,000 range, they didn't buy at the $5,000 range, they clearly didn't buy at the $7,000 range. After 10,000, it caught their attention. And there are two types of people. One, the folks that completely ignored the whole 2017 crypto market, okay, and they saw the Bitcoin prices tank really aggressively in 2018, and they kind of like wanted to get back in, but they were really unsure because they're not like us, where we are staying continuously tracking the market, observing and analyzing the development, so on and so forth. Then when Bitcoin starts to go up to 10,000, they start picking up the news, right? And now it's already 30% on top of that 10,000 in a matter of days, guys. We're talking about in a matter of days, this happened, okay? So if you were that person, you would be obviously thinking, 13,500 to 20,000 doesn't seem very attractive anymore, okay? More or less, you're gonna skip it, okay? Now then, the other person, which is the other individual, where you are stuck, where you're stuck in the current market situation, you have two scenarios. One, obviously, if you got stuck at the long consolidation of $6,000, you have already doubled up your money. All right. If you had implemented a dollar cost averaging plan, which I have always been advocating and suggesting throughout bear markets, it brings down your overall average price. And with the current surge in Bitcoin, you are clearly in the black or in the green, depending on how you kind of view your portfolio. The next thing is you're gonna start thinking, I already was stuck in bear market mode for at least 6 months, okay? Because if you came in at around the $6,000 range, you're not going to be as stuck as per se. But sometimes, people say in crypto, months are equivalent to years, which is kind of true. So right now, if you have this, portfolio where you have an allocation of Bitcoins, you have a good allocation of altcoins, and you have maybe little to no fiat to no tether, you are now already thinking, should I cash out? So the logical answer is this. Yes, there could be a potential run, but don't forget that the halving for Bitcoin is only going to happen next year. There could still be a certain amount of volatility from now until next year. So if that is a 1 year period from exactly this date, okay, by the way, you need to take care of yourself. And I think what Davi1, I think everyone does follow Davi1 on Twitter, and she's a venture capitalist herself. Sorry, not Davi1. What's her name? Catherine Wu. Sorry, Catherine Wu is a lawyer who is focused on this space. She's very connected with this space. She's kind of built an influence. She's kind of built a very nice influential following around her with regards to her thoughts on cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and everything. And of course, she's a lawyer. Sorry, Davi is also in the VC space. She's in the VC space, and she's a VC herself. But Who I'm referring to is Catherine Wu. So anyway, doesn't matter. What she mentioned was the bear market was very long, right? And for you to take profit now, even though you anticipate a higher high, that means we break past 20,000 and potentially and beyond, you still need to take care of yourself. And I completely agree with that. Guys, because if you are someone who kind of dedicated quite a bit of your resources because you came in late, the feeling of getting stuck, the unknown, having to lend money from friends, it's not a good feeling, okay? To pay your bills, of course, right? Right now, you have that opportunity to cash out. And when I say cash out, not cash out the whole portfolio and leave nothing behind. I'm going to come to that part in a few minutes. But I just want to address that part. And if right now your portfolio is slightly in the black and you want to shave some off, don't listen to any fucking troll on wherever, because it's not their money, guys. It's your money. And if it's your money and you have bills to pay, shave it off the market. You know why? You know why I say this? Because we're going to have multiple bear and bull cycles. I'm going to repeat this over and over again to kind of let that sink in. If this market is here to stay, okay, and this market really heated up in 2017, let that register as well. Now it's only 2019. We're experiencing a so-called another bull run. Okay, I'm going to be Big Face Ryan now. I'm going to switch to Big Face Ryan so that to kind of drive home the point. You don't have to panic or FOMO or feel that you are going to miss out. Okay? If you're a student watching this for the very first time, if you are a young working adult that just started working and you really feel that the current stock markets are not going to be as attractive and you find that the crypto markets could provide a certain level of excitement for you and you really want to consider this as an asset class, it is really one of the best asset classes that can make you a lot of money. But if you fail to exercise discipline, proper risk management, and at the same time know how to allocate your funds into very specific, fundamentally sound cryptocurrencies or investments within the space, you could always go for private equity, guys. You really could still always go for private equity. You don't have to buy the tokens all the time. Okay? As long as you kind of follow these three very strict points that I just mentioned, okay? And you come up with a proper strategy that you have an end game financial plan. Whether is it on a quarterly basis, semi-annual basis, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year plan, as long as you have a plan that fits your risk profile, you will be fine. You will be fine. You don't have to bother about this guy making bank because he did some sick ass leverage on BitMEX. You don't have to care whether Ryan made bank because he bought at the low. You can't compare. You just can't compare because you're watching all these things for the very first time. You don't know what's what. You really don't know what's what. But all you have to do is just figure out how much money is going to be regularly dedicated to this space. Whether is it on a lump sum basis where you decided, okay, I'm going to park a portion of this and I'm going to start laddering orders in to various cryptocurrencies and stay there. And because I'm going to ladder in, when I mean laddering, not lathering with the soap on your body, okay? I mean LADDER, right? Ladder. You're going to strategically enter the market. You're not going to be a dumbass and not look at the charts and buy the cryptocurrencies. You're going to have a plan. And if you already followed all these steps and you still got it wrong, okay, you still got it wrong, don't be discouraged because it's your first time. It's your first time. You're probably listening to this video and you're like, okay, I never had a plan. I just bought stuff. I just listened to this dude on CNBC. It seems very exciting at the moment. I just wanted to get in. But now you're listening and you're hunting for more information that is viable and valid. You need to start thinking on these kind of levels. It's It seems easy because when you do it multiple times and you've been practicing this over and over and over again, it becomes easier. It may seem like quite a bit, but it's going to get easier. Now, the overviewing, the overarching theme. Are we going to correct aggressively and go back into a bear market? Personally, okay, full disclaimer, like I said, this is just my personal opinion. It's not even any kind of financial advice or whatever. I just feel that this time around, I don't think it's that crazy. I see a lot of volume, but I don't see the euphoria that we had back in 2017. Is that good or is that bad, Ryan? I'm a bit confused. Initially, I was as well. Because if the retail market is not being attracted by the IEOs, ICOs, well, I mean, there are really very few ICOs. I think there's going to be hash graph that's going to be popping out, but that's already been done, right? We're talking about the new phase. And I'm not getting a lot of emails either with regards to promoting ICOs. I am not. I'm getting, however, emails with regards to corporate companies who want to promote tools and solutions for the market. So that's kind of good. You see that whole dynamic has shifted. It's not so much of shilly shills with air. These guys already have built the solution. They want to just, hey man, would you be able to do a video on this particular software that we have that will help traders, who will help people in the crypto space to track their portfolio or something. At least there's something going on. You have very little who are, in fact, very few that have reached out to me wanting to shield their next level ICO. I don't hear it. And the IEO ICO, unfortunately, has been shut out to the folks in the US. As you know, Binance has kind of planned to move the US folks to another account, or at least a different kind of a domain, right? And Huobi has already kind of segregated that already. There was the HBUS quite some time ago, and then so the whole IEO market doesn't seem to be as hot or as sexy compared to the ICO market, which kind of leads me to kind of believe that all this, right, is still kind of relatively internal and partly institutional, if I may add. There is a certain institutional demand, but from my sources, that has one hamster with one testicle and one leg that runs around in a sideways motion. These folks are saying that the OTC market, okay, is actually a lot of the miners are actually liquidating their bitcoins as we speak, because because they have been mining bitcoins, right, throughout probably the bear market as well, and for them to favorably be profitable, they need to cash out around this period, and that's what they're doing. They are cashing out. Okay, this is what's been happening. Okay, these are batches of anywhere from 2K, 3K. From anywhere from they've been accumulating. Those who have bought aggressively are starting to also sell. So there's this very healthy movement in the OTC markets. But everything also has to take reference from the main market that we see right now. Okay, so it's not like they're pulling the numbers from the air, right? So the OTC markets, by the way, are over the counter, and these transactions do not reflect directly because of due to the large volume or size that could actually freak the market out. They don't always happen on the surface in as we say. But if there is a huge demand, that means people are willing to buy Bitcoin at these prices. The people who are facilitating the OTC trades will still have to buy from the existing market as well. So that's kind of where they have to balance out the demand as well, because there could be potential folks that want to buy and there are potential folks that want to sell. But right now, the OTC more are selling, not so much of buying. So we have to be a little bit cautious. Now, where does that leave us? We have a BTC dominance of 63%. Okay, so let's go back to the charts again. Okay, so we have BTC dominance as So we have BTC dominance at 63.2%. This is one of the very first times, okay? This is one of the very first times that BTC has reached that level. So altcoins on a whole are really getting just just getting slaughtered, you know. But is that actually true? So as I mentioned in an episode yesterday, that the US dollar value, if people still care about that, right? Because I from my understanding, the last when I checked, people are still paying their bills in fiat. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? And get too cocky that sats is the only way to go. The value has been going up nonetheless because each Satoshi that remains is still becoming more and more valuable. And the fact that Bitcoin is going up in US dollars anyway just goes to show that you kind of can always look at the profitability, or the P&L as we say, profit and loss in US dollars, and it's no shame as well. Sure, from a Satoshi standpoint, obviously everyone who has a little bit of alts to a lot of alts are just clearly getting hammered. And now the bet is, will there be an altcoin run? So what I would love to believe, or at least I kind of want to predict, and I don't do a lot of predictions, guys. I hate doing predictions because, look, nobody is God, right? Nobody's God. But having seen this higher volume, hear me out, higher volume, you have BTC moving up aggressively. Halving is next year. It is going to look pretty promising, guys. And I think the altcoin run is going to be significantly better than 2017. And not only is it going to be better, it's actually going to be more sustainable. Okay? Because I choose to believe that there are certain companies in this space that does put precedence of the token holders compared to their equity holders, or at least they are on par, or at least they don't want to fuck up their ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? So this is all just opinions, because this is only the second real solid bull run that includes a heavy, at least alts are in play. When, if you look at when the Winklevoss brothers to Charlie Shrem time to, you know, folks who are the Roger Veres, altcoins didn't exist. Okay, it was really pure maximalist or nothing. It's anarcho-capitalism or nothing, right? It was Bitcoin against the world. Right now, there's Bitcoin against altcoins. And Bitcoin against Bitcoin, because there's Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin BCH. Who is Satoshi? A lot of drama, guys. A lot of drama. So, anyway, sup, guys? Okay, so, like I said, maybe you guys can comment in the chat. Okay, in the chat, do you feel that there will be a big altcoin run? Okay, go. Do you feel that there can be an altcoin run? And if there's going to be an altcoin run, where is the BTC consolidation going to happen before we have that altcoin run, right? This is kind of like what I want to hear from you guys. So yeah, guys, feel free to comment, and then let's just have a quick consensus, and then I'll tell you my price point before we have our altcoin run. Okay, very interesting. 33 people watching, but no one is understanding the question, or at least no one kind of wants to participate in it. Well, I'm just gonna say, right, that I feel that we could possibly actually consolidate at 16,000 and start moving into alts. Because right now we're already almost peaking. So let's just say Bitcoin hits another 2%, right? And then have that altcoin run. So you can comment in two ways. One, you can say, you can click, no, guys, there's no shame. There's no shame. You can say 20K and then immediately we go back down, okay? Or you can say 16K, we have an altcoin run. Or we can say 25,000, 30,000, and we just immediately slip back. That means alts are completely bypassed, okay? Alts are completely bypassed for this cycle. You can say all this kind of stuff because it's all about consensus, guys. Okay, I'm not sure it will be. Okay, so we have 20k. What's up, Hourglass? Okay, big guess, but I think we hit 14.9k before a bleed back to 10k, and during the bleed back, we will get an alt pump. Okay, Jenny Baker. Nice. Alright, okay, see, there you go. So, guys, if I do a live stream and no one participates, then what's the point of having a live stream? Right? You guys do like live stream, right? You don't like pre-recorded, right? So guys, you have to participate. Oh, what is the question? Okay, Asafaban, once again, just for you, brother. Just for you. Maybe you just came. Maybe you were just grabbing a cup of coffee. I said, and the question is, if altcoins were to have a run, because our dominance is already existingly at 63.2%, so you can have BTC go up. You can have BTC go up to a certain level and completely crash back down, ignoring alts. So we have a BTC price point prediction, and then we can have a comment whether or not the altcoins will start running. Okay, so you can have just BTC reaching a point, crashing completely down, ignoring alts, or you can have BTC going to a price point, consolidating, and have an altcoin run. Okay, so these are the scenarios that we're talking about. Okay, so my prediction for one alt, chain link to $10, which means BTC 20k correct down 40%. Okay, it's so early in the bull run. You are right. No, it is early. Hence, that's why. No. If you say that it's still early, I would agree to disagree. We are now recovering, guys. We are now recovering. Okay, let me just pull this up. Okay, why I say we're still recovering. Okay, so let's ignore the few day spike, because it's a bit pointless to kind of say that we did stay, or at least we did achieve. Okay, let's look at this 1 week candle. Okay, are you guys still with me? Okay, let's just look at this candle. This candle alone. Okay, this candle alone was low of 15,200, high of 19,891. This is a 1 week candle. So if you think about it, we're not very far away. Okay, as a Furban, we're not very far away. We're not very far away. In fact, I can clearly say that we are already recovering and pulling ourselves out from our all-time lows. I mean, we're already out. Sorry, we're already out of our all-time lows. We are now already in the next phase. We're now at the beginning of the bull run. You are right. But because of the way our crypto market cycle is so crazy, which clearly you can see, guys, in a matter of weeks, from just 3 weeks, if you had the courage to go in at 7,000, right? Okay, which I admire those people, because for folks to go in at 7,000, you already are making bank. Okay, you have already almost doubled up your money, right? For me, I was in since 3.2. I did mention to you that I swapped out from my Bitcoin positions into my altcoin positions, right? Boo hoo hoo, doesn't matter. It's all good. Now the question is, you need to kind of plan. You need to at least put some data points of what you plan to do. I know for a fact that people will learn how to cash out this time around. I just know it. I just know that at 20,000, or at least pre-20,000, people are going to start cashing out, especially the ones that got stuck, okay? But then there will be the greed factor that sinks in, and you're going to have people that will miss out again. And then after that, if the market corrects aggressively, they're going to kick themselves in the ass, and they're going to be back holding again. Back to my comment earlier within the episode, I said there's no shame in taking money away from the market, because you need to survive. You are here to be a survivor. You're not here to play one cycle and then fuck off, right? If you're really that person, that means you have the attention span of a hamster, and obviously you probably will have the lifespan of a hamster, which is, well, 1 or 2 years, which a lot of people were. Okay? All right, so okay, we have some opinions already. Very good, very good. Everyone expecting Bitcoin pump, Nathan. Okay, everyone expecting a Bitcoin pump, then consolidate, then altcoin run. So maybe that's not what will play out. Maybe it's just too obvious. Okay, very good point. Very, very good point. I think a lot of people, right, have also commented that there may be no altcoin run. It's just going to be a straight run up only in BTC, and that will be the focus. Nobody's going to give a shit about what the altcoins do. Yeah, that's a possibility. Very scary possibility, and yeah, that's true. BTC gains will bleed into alts, causing some alt season. Yeah, I would love to agree on that. I would love to agree on that. That's definitely the play, especially for folks who are having a more altcoin heavy portfolio, right? And it all boils down. Now that is the next test, and one of a key point in your portfolio. Do you think you made great picks? Do you think that say from the chat, Chainlink going to $10? Like, sometimes I ask myself why. Sometimes I ask myself, why do people make these assumptions when there's no revenue? Now, Hourglass, I'm not smashing anybody. I'm just making a comment. It could go to $10. I'm just saying. And based on charts, right? Based on price movement. But unfortunately, as we all know, until today, 2019 going on to 2020, I mean, there's only just a balance of less than 6 months more. There's very low financial transparency that can justify and validate the numbers and all the tokens that is floating around. So we always have to be very, very cautious and remember that we want to consider cryptocurrency as just an asset class that we want to put in our overall portfolio of possibly stocks, bonds, mutual funds, property, alternative investments like art, Magic, the Gathering cards, or whatever. It really has to come together and sync together. Let's not be the all-in, right? And then after that, we are really gonna cry when the corrections happen or the long drawn bear markets happen and nobody has any money to do anything. Let's not be in that situation again, please. All right, so I think we will go up to 40K. The media hasn't even hyped it up yet. Okay. DJ Firax. Okay, 40,000. Okay, wow, that's very, very promising. So you see, folks, right now, if you are watching my stream, you are someone who is kind of already in tune. Do me a favor. Okay, let's not take too long. All right, it's already past 30 minutes. I don't want to hold up too much of anyone's time. Do me a favor. Ask yourself this question. Compared to 2017, that is if you were in the market at the time, do you have more friends and family talking about it? When you go out, on your day, work, do your colleagues start asking you aggressively about, hey man, I have noticed that the Bitcoin prices are, doing well. How's the altcoin space? How much curiosity is there? And what kind of level of commitment are you getting from these people? Start analyzing the market around you. You don't have to go to conferences and shit, because when you go to conferences, right, everyone's on the same page. The reason why they're there is because they're interested, right? You want to kind of get a sense of how much this space has pushed out and attracted the masses, because hey, we are all about mass adoption, right? So yeah. Anyway, folks, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking the time to stay up and watch my stream, especially if you are in, Europe or something like that. And of course, for the folks in the US, those who are about to go to bed, and you like my spiel, give me a thumbs up, and at the same time, let me know that whether my content is headed in the right direction. Also, of course, would really, really appreciate a subscribe, because for some reason, right, I'm just losing subscribers whether I do content or not. So this is a bit weird. It's either the accent, right? I'm just kidding, guys. I really have no idea why I just keep losing subscribers. Maybe I don't give enough predictions. Maybe I don't spiel any more altcoins. Maybe I don't give any more free levels. But you know what, guys? I'm here about the big game. I'm here about the long game and the overall, risk management. I'm just that kind of guy. If you are watching my content for the very first time and you're looking to create a portfolio, the Protégé Group is one of my ways of sustaining the channel. It's a way of you getting a chance to learn from me. At the same time, I get to really input my daily analysis to you guys in a very concise, clear manner, and you're given the opportunity to learn because it's a monthly subscription. It really also helps out the channel and also the overall sustainability of creating content. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. and we'll see you in the next live stream.